Hello friends, welcome back to my channel Code with Santosh. In this chapter, we are going to discuss about the styling for anchor tag and image styling. Okay, so let me try to write the anchor tag first. So let me write a so this is the anchor tag. Okay, let me go to the CSS and here we can style that anchor tag. So let me run this first on the browser so that you can see how it comes when there is no CSS is applied for this anchor tag. Okay. So now you can see that this has a underline and it is in blue in color for the time being. Okay. So you can apply some CSS to this click me text so that they look better and they are according to your design or according to your requirement. Okay, so here you can define certain CSS properties for the anchor tag. You can define, if you define this as a and define some certain properties in CSS, then it will be applied to all those anchor tags whichever is there in your website where you are using this style.css file. So for this page, if you have say 10 anchor tags, then all these CSS properties will be applied to them. So it is always better to add a class here so that you can add this particular kind of CSS properties to specific elements. Okay, so I will add as class name as anchor. Say anchor text. Okay, let me copy and paste this. So this is a right approach so that these CSS properties don't get applied to all the anchor tags. But if you want that, then you can remove this class name from here. Okay, so here in anchor tag you can use like some, I am going to just use some like font family, Arial, sorry, and I will use font size 20 pixel and I will use as color black. Okay, let me save this. Let me save this HTML as well. Now you can see that these CSS properties gets applied to this anchor tag. Okay, so now they are in 20 pixel font size, font family is different and the font size is also different. Okay, so you can also add some other elements as well, like I am going to write as text decoration none, so that that underline which is there, it will get removed. Okay, now there is no underline. Okay, so this is how you can style this anchor text. You can add some background here as well, red, and I will change color to white, and I will also add some padding so they look like a button. 25 pixel. Let me save. Now this looks like a button. So this way you can style your anchor tag according to your requirement. Okay, so you can also change this, like let me write this first. So visited. Okay, so you like this will get applied when user clicks on that anchor tag. So I will just change the background to blue once it is visited. So let me save this and click on this. You sure? That now this background color is changed and this gets applied when we have visited or clicked on that button. So this way you can design it according to your requirement or design which you are following. So this way you can apply this visited element, visited properties, like once we have visited that anchor tag, then you can add like font family or whatever you want to change, you can do that. Okay. So next important element is, let me copy and paste this, hover. So hover is very important. It is used very much in HTML. You can use it, this hover, on any of the element, like you can use in background or button or link or anything else, or on any image. Okay. So now when it is hovered means when we put our cursor on that particular element, then this CSS properties will get applied. So I am changing this color to green now. Green. Okay. Let me save this and refresh this page. Let me save this and run this. Now you can see that this is in red color at the moment. Okay, so because this CSS gets applied on this. So when we hover, when we put our cursor on this button, you can see that now text is changing, and when we remove our cursor, it gets to its default state, its default CSS properties. Okay, so this way you can add hover so that user can understand that this is a clickable item and it can be clicked. Okay. So this is about this, and now you can add here a cursor as well. So cursor, there are different kind of cursors which you can add according to your requirement. So by default it is like you can see that this is arrow, and when you put this becomes as a finger, and so this is how, and this is known as your cursor. So that cursor can be like you can assign some values, like it can be auto, default, move, resize, pointer, weight, etc. Okay, so I will add just a weight so that you can see that you can change this value according to your requirement. So you can see that weight, it is loading. When we put a cursor here, it shows us loading. So this way you can add any of the properties here in cursor according to your requirement. Okay. So this is about the anchor tags. Okay. Let me try to write some image for some CSS properties, so that image we can apply that those properties to image. Okay. Let me try to write image tag first, images, and let me go to my image folder and I will copy this image. .jpg, and I will also add alt tag here. Okay, let me save this and run this. You can see that the image is here. Okay, but we also can see that the image has just come beside the this anchor button. Sorry. So now we can add any CSS properties. I will add first a div here so that I can show that how you can add some CSS properties to div as well as this image folder. Let me copy and add some CSS here for image folder. I will add width as 100%. So left margin 15 pixel and padding 0. Let me save this. Let me save this HTML as well. Now you can see that the image came just below this button. It means that this, I have applied some CSS here. You can see that the width is 100% and the margin is 50 pixels. So width is 100%. It means this is capturing all the width which is available in its parent. Okay. So parent has certain width. So it acquires that those like that width which is assigned to its parent to itself as well, because we have used 100%. Okay. So that's why it became in it came into next line. Okay. So now suppose you have image and you want to make that image with 100%. So there are two ways. One, you can add a class here. Let me add a class here. Okay, so you can assign any properties here as well. But if you want, like, you can use its parent class as well. So I am using its parents class and then image. So it tells that the image which is in this div, this CSS properties will get applied to this. Okay, so I am using with 100% here as well. So this is the property which you can use for image. So now you can see that the original size of this image is this much, but we have used 100%. Now this image came bigger, okay, became bigger. So this is according to the width of its parent. And you can also see that we have used width as 100%, so the height also increased automatically. But if you want to control the height, you can use, say I am just using 200 pixel, so that I can demonstrate you how this image thing works. So now you can see that the width is 100%, but we have used the height as 200 pixels, so that image got squeezed, and the width is 100% but height we are manipulating. So this is not a right approach. Okay, so if you are like changing the original width or height of any image, then you should not use both these properties. Okay, so you can use here auto, then it will use width as 100%, and according to its width the height gets increased automatically. Okay, so we are not specifying the height. So suppose if you need height first, so let me make it say 500 pixel. Now I will remove this width from here. Okay, let me save this width as well so that you can see now. So now this width height is 100% and width, sorry, height is 500 pixel and width is 100%. Now I will remove this and I will put auto here. Let me save this. Now height is 100%, sorry, 500 pixel, but width is according to this height. So image gets resized according to one parameter, like one value of height. It is not updating based on both the values. So it is always better to use one of the parameters, one of the properties, and second properties you can define it as auto, so that the image does not get squeezed or stretched according to your CSS properties. Okay. So this is about the image CSS thing. You can also use so many other elements like border, curve, corners. So these things we will discuss in our upcoming videos. So we have created separate video for these items. So for the time being, we are only concentrating on width and height properties of an image. Okay. So that's all for this video. Before moving forward, if you like this video, please like, share and subscribe my channel. It will give me a huge motivation to create such videos. Thanks for watching. I will meet you again in our next chapter. Bye bye.